Hello, good morning. My name is Dr. Jacqueline Lawrence, and welcome to Mornings with Jacqueline. Today I'm going to be speaking on the topic, trying to make it in. Trying to make it in. Some of you have heard the song that goes, I'm doing my best to make it in. Well, guess what? We can't do good enough to make it in. So no matter how hard we try, we can't make it in based on our good works. We can't get good enough. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she was telling me about how she doesn't dance anymore or listen to secular music because she's trying to make it in. Now that's great if you don't dance or listen to secular music, especially if those things are a trigger for sin for you and you're trying to keep a pure heart. That's wonderful. I'm not knocking you for that, nor am I condoning listening to secular music or dancing. That's a personal choice. But what I am saying is that those things are works, and those things are not the determining factor as to whether or not you make it in. You just can't get good enough no matter how hard you try. Mark 10:18 says, "Why do you call me good?" Jesus answered, "No one is good except God alone." So even Jesus himself, who was a perfect man, but was born of flesh, is no good. So therefore, there is no way you or I can be good enough to make it in. If Jesus can't make it in based on his goodness, I know that you and I cannot make it in. We just can't get good enough. Isaiah 64:6 says, "And all our righteous acts are filthy rags." We're just no good. We're no good, we're no good, we're no good. Baby, we're no good. And we can't get good enough, no matter how hard we try, not to make it in. Ephesians 2:8-9 says, "For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this is not from yourself. Neither grace nor faith are from you. They both come from God. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no man can boast." So it's not something that you can say, well, I don't dance, I don't sing, I know my Bible backwards and forwards. I didn't mean to say I don't sing, but I don't dance, I don't listen to secular music, I know my Bible backwards and forwards, I have apostle in front of my name, I go to church every Sunday. No, we can't boast about being saved. It's by grace and through faith that God gives us. It's not about us and what all we've done. It's all about him. We were chosen before we even came here. So it's a gift from him for us to be saved. Not anything we did. We're not good enough to be saved. Romans 10:9 says, "If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord," because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you believe that Jesus is your Lord, then it'll come out of your mouth. And believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, in other words, he is your Lord and he's your Savior, then you will be saved. But Jesus has to be both your Lord and Savior. Yes, you do have to try to do good works, but you're not going to make it in based on your good works once you have believed in your heart and confessed with your mouth his lordship and his being your Savior. Those are not things that are going to help you to make it in. You're already in when you believe those things. and when you have confessed those things. You're already in. Now, where the rewards come from are when Jesus comes back. Revelations 22:12 says, "Look, I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to each person according to what they have done." So we work hard on this earth to be obedient to his will for our lives, whether it's through giving, whether it's through our ministries. Whatever we are called to do, we have to do it unto God, and we have to do it with all of our might, so that when we are faithful, he will, over these things, he will make us ruler over much. And so when we get to heaven, that's when he's going to give us our rewards, and we'll have different positions there. And that's where our rewards take place, but not to get us in. So we all fall short. So we need to stop judging each other and saying things like, "Oh, and she calls herself a Christian." Yeah, she's a Christian. She's a no good Christian, just like you. Thank you so much for tuning in with Mornings with Jacqueline. And you have yourself a blessed day.